About a year ago, I started releasing videos on this channel on a weekly basis, and to say I've learned a lot would definitely be an understatement. Now, to make it clear, this isn't one of those here's what I would do if I started my channel today videos. Although they provide a lot of really good ideas, I generally find that they are too vague and riddled with ads or sponsorships, and generally don't focus on the why. So here's a little bit of what I've learned over the past year and why I believe all creative professionals should start being YouTubers today. Upskilling. Starting off, you'll most likely be doing all of the work yourself, and this gives you the opportunity to learn some new skills. A really great example of this is if you check out the first video that I released back in February of 2023 and compare it to this one. And just between you and me, that first video was a complete nightmare to put together. The first take was riddled with audio problems, the second take riddled with video problems, and then the third take I was finally able to pull it all together and get something that I could not only actually edit, but something that I was happy with releasing. I believe constantly learning new skills can only be a good thing. Think of it like this. You're a plant and you're trying to grow, and if you're not growing, you're dying. And the only way that us humans can grow is through learning. Now I get it, some of you out there are probably going to enjoy the kind of janky off-the-cuff editing style of your first few videos, but is the audience enjoying it? A more direct connection with your audience. If you already have a fan base or an audience that follows your artwork on other platforms, then this is really just a great opportunity for them to become super fans if they already aren't. You know, it gives them the opportunity to get a deeper understanding of who you are as a creative, and also just a deeper understanding of your art. Conversely, it also gives you as the creative a great opportunity to get a better understanding of who your fan base or audience is. However, if you don't have a fan base or audience yet, this is just a great opportunity to promote your artworks and your services as a creative. As you learn who your audience is, you'll learn two things. Firstly, what they like, and secondly, what they don't like. Now, it's completely up to you if you change your style over time to fit the audience's preferences. Maybe you do because your main goal is to be monetized as quickly as possible. Maybe you don't change at all and that's why the audience loves you. Or maybe you find that happy middle ground where you take on some of those suggestions over time, but keep the essence of who you truly are. Just have a look at these comments left on some of my videos suggesting how I can change the content to meet the preferences of the audience, or how I can change the content to just get more subscribers. Ultimately, it's up to you if you change or not, but if you're not going to listen to your audience, maybe listen to your analytics. Although I definitely have to admit I'm absolutely no professional when it comes to deciphering the analytics page. All right, I believe my next point is the most important one. It forces you to do what you already do, but differently. It makes you sit down and really see the things that you're already doing, but gives you the opportunity to do those things in alternative ways. It could be as simple as just scheduling in your diary or your calendar a specific day to work on the project. Or it could be as complex as self-assessing the way that you learn, analyze, or critique other people's works to find inspiration for your own. Previously, when I'd sit down to analyze a song, the focus for me was really the minutiae of it all, and that sort of nerdy, nitty-gritty music theory and music production side of everything. Now when I sit down to analyze a song, the challenge really becomes finding out what the essence of the song is, why such a large audience are really enjoying it, and if I'm not enjoying the song, trying to figure out why I'm not. This way of song analysis really gives me a different perspective and understanding of all of the different creative options and choices that I can bring to projects that I work on in the future. Now, many people are going to suggest all kinds of different reasons to not become a YouTuber. But at the end of the day, I think there is only really one valid reason not to, and that is mental health. Other than the obvious reasons many will make to not become a YouTuber, the biggest reason absolutely is the negativity that breeds in the comment section. If you are someone who really does struggle managing their own mental health, this is a real reason to not start. Don't get me wrong, there definitely is a lot of positivity in the comments section, but as soon as that negativity comes crawling in, and when it bites, it definitely stings. However, the main thing that you really have to remember is that the comments are never about you. Whether they're positive or negative, they're actually never about you. Sometimes they're not even about the content that the person is commenting on. It's all a projection of the thoughts, views, and biases of the person that has left the comment. Now, there is a silver lining to the negative comments, and that is that YouTube loves audience engagement, and it doesn't care if it's negative or positive. As the saying goes, there's no such thing as bad publicity, at least in YouTube's eyes. And I have to admit, it definitely is tough seeing those negative comments coming through in the comments section. However, I think if you prep yourself beforehand with that thought of the comments aren't about me, they're just about the person that's commenting, then I truly do believe being a creative professional on YouTube, releasing videos on a regular basis, will only help improve your art, and in the long run will help you become a better creative professional. I'd like to end off with a little quote from The Creative Act. Do what you can with what you have, nothing else is needed.